What would you guys do with Big Four Gibbs? What would you guys do with Big Four Gibbs, Laporta? Who else did he have
Hold
in
on.
there? Branch and Laporta.
Yeah.
I'd say
Well,
Gibbs. That's the one. Campbell, Branch, and Laporta. I say keep those guys, but it might get a little crowded. You might not have all the money. I mean, I know the cap is going up and whatnot, and we got some restructuring of deals, so might be able to swing that. But you're going to be up against it. At some point when you're signing all these guys to these deals. Gibbs might be the odd man out because I know the prevailing knowledge. You don't sign running backs. You don't pay running backs. That might be the one thing. Maybe you have to part with him. I hate to do it because I think Gibbs is generational, but that might be that's like the common knowledge. Our close personal friend Michael Valenti, friend of the show, Mike Valenti,
yeah.
he's
Yeah,
always
the
saying that.
dude's fucking icon. The dude loves him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Praises
I like
him.
Mike. He's all right.
Yeah, Mike's a good guy.
Yeah. I broke bread with him a few times. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
That's a good that's a good question, and I think that's
Yeah.
the main question,
that's a
right?
good question.
Because
yes.
that's the arc. That's like, okay, there's your log jam. So my take on that, and of course, Gibbs is you don't pay running backs, yada 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 yada. Okay. But then again, Campbell, Branch, and Laporta, he's saying we can only keep two. Campbell is a must keep, right?
Yes.
Not every day where you can draft your all-pro linebacker who can kind of anchor that position, right? You have identify Hutch right as the line, Campbell right there. So I think when it comes down to it, I think Campbell and Branch are the two that you cannot take away.
Yeah.
Laporta and Gibbs, man, both of those spots, both of those positions, running back and tight end, can be ever so interchangeable, right? It's always going to be the younger hand prevails in those positions. That's not how defense works. You can't just keep having rookies or really young dudes to be the backbone of your defense, right? We've seen it with the Ravens. We've seen it with all the good defenses where you have these middle linebackers and these safeties who are just the cornerstone of how the defense is ran. So to my opinion, right? That might even be is that Timmy Greshak? If it is, hey, what's up, Timmy?
Hey Tim, how you doing, buddy?
Mine would be Campbell and Branch based on the fact alone that just defense wins championships. That's not a position you can draft young and always win on. So that's me personally.
Yeah, me, I don't really have a problem with that. I agree with you. I'll make a case. As far as Gibbs goes, I kind of laid out my case. As far as running backs are concerned. With
Yep.
Branch, he's had some issues here and there, and Laporta, he's had some injuries and whatnot. So you got to play that, and Campbell's been pretty much rock solid as far as that goes. But those are different factors that play in. But you seem like a guy like you prioritize defense. I would say, I mean, if I got to make a case for like Laporta, I don't know if I'd pick him over Branch or Campbell. But I got to say, he's such a good dynamic third option in this offense. If JMO and the Sun God aren't available, Laporta's a guy that can get downfield. He can fit into your scheme.
Sorely missed this year.
Yeah,
Holy shit,
sorely missed. He's a guy.
Ugh.
He adds a lot. Tight ends. I'm not saying he's gonna be the next Jimmy Graham or something, or the next Tony Gonzalez, but he's a guy.
There you go.
He's been excellent for us.